Hello, hi, a very good evening to everyone present here. Just let me know in the chat if you guys are able to see me and hear me very clearly. Everyone in the chat, can I have a hi, a hands, a shake of hands, thumbs up, anything in the chat at all to understand if you guys can see me and also hear me. I guess I'm also audible clearly. Hi Anmar, hi Harsh, Shawan, Taveen, Suraj, Santosh, Neha, Prince, Aditya. Okay, hi Valencia, welcome back. I saw you are also part of my no code workshop. That's great. We have Bhuvan also here. Avan is also here again. Hi Avan. We have Thirty Abhilash. Hi Thirty Abhilash, welcome back. Oh no, I'm not going to be a trainer. Do not. So we have your trainer who is going to join shortly in a while. So before that, right, I'm just here to spend a couple of minutes and understand from all of you. First of all, let's understand. Yes, Puneet, yeah, सब developers की आंखें black होती है. I agree to that, right? So before we start off, right, let's understand from where you guys are joining. So let's have a quick name of the cities in the chat quickly. So I'm from Mumbai, so I'm just going to put Mumbai in the chat. I'm going to basically spam Mumbai, but I'd like to hear from which city you guys are joining. So let's see a few couple of cities. We have Patna, we have Vizag, we have Hyderabad, we have Assam. Okay, now it's too fast. Let me just scroll down. We have Prayagraj, Hyderabad, Kochi, Bangalore, Vizag, Sangli, Banaras, Gujarat, Ahmedabad, Panipat, Mangalore, great, Mumbai. Amazing, folks. Right, and today we're joining from Let's Upgrade Studio. So if you guys can see behind the back, okay, I believe, yeah, my video is clear on here. So yeah, okay. Tamil Nadu. Great, folks. So yeah, before we move on, right? So we have 380 students, so we'll wait more 5 minutes and we'll do the regular introduction. I saw a couple of questions of how to mark the attendance and how things work here. So I believe a lot of new people have joined us today. So for all of them, I'm going to do a quick introduction and a walkthrough of the platform and how you have to mark attendance, how you have to attend the sessions, where to see the recordings, where you will get the notes and the files that are shared by the trainer, and also how you can get the certificates. And of course, it's completely free, right? Everything that is here, the next 5 days that you're going to spend with us, you don't have to pay a single penny. Just focus on the learning part, right? So that is what I keep telling. And of course, I believe you're not able to see my screen as such. That is something I just realized. So I'm just going to put my screen in here so you guys to get to see of what I am actually talking about. And let me just put myself here as a floating window. Okay, great. This is not a low code. Yeah, this is not a low code workshop. We completed that already. Yes, I'm from Mumbai. I'm not from Bangalore. This is going to be a proper Flutter workshop where I'm going to use code using Flutter, right? And it is going to be a beginner friendly workshop. So we're going to learn from basics. So before that, how many of you guys know to code in Flutter? How many of you guys have tried coding in Flutter? How many of you guys have tried coding in Flutter? So since we already did a no code workshop, this is like a develop with code workshop for you guys, right? How many of you guys know? So okay, we have Festin who already know. Cybot, we do not need to submit a project, but it's always good to have a project on your hand. Yes, NID, you will get a certificate once you complete the sessions. The prerequisite for this bootcamp would be nothing. Just have a laptop with a good wired connection, good internet connection, and join daily sessions. And basically, whatever the trainer is going to teach you, just do it every day after the session. I tried it for one day, but it was so complex. Okay. I am a Flutter developer. Wow, we have Flutter developers joining as well. Right. Only Flutter I know is bird flapping. Great. Okay, so a couple of announcements. Yes, so today the trainer that we have, he will be shortly joining us. Right. So he's one of the community members of Flutter Mumbai. Right. So he basically is one of the lead persons there in Flutter Mumbai. So we are getting you teachers directly from the who are part of the communities to teach you. Right. So they'll also talk about how you can join the Flutter community, be a part of their events that happen offline in and around the cities, and maybe you will also get some cool swags of Flutter. Right. So kind of interesting sessions for the next 5 days, so please try to be attentive. Okay, so how many of you are guys a part of any Flutter community in and around your city? Can we have that number in the chat if you know or have joined any Flutter community? I am from Navi Mumbai to be exact. The trainer is from Mumbai itself, so he's just traveling. He'll be reaching here in some time. Flutter is good. Part of GDSC. Okay, wow. So we have some GDSC members as well. I am part of one or two communities. Great. Okay, so without wasting any more time, so again we'll have discussions. Meanwhile, Yash, who is going to be a trainer, joins. I believe a lot of you must have seen him or met him in some or other way in some of the workshops or community meetups. But again, let's quickly start with the and get you started. Aditi, the certificate is not paid. Okay, so don't worry. It is already it's everything is free. So I've explained that again. Yes, the video will be also available after this session ends for your reference. Right. So let me just quickly start off explaining you of how things work here. Let me just reshare my screen. Just allow me a moment. Yeah, I believe my window is now sharing, right? So first of all, as you all know, right, the very first, there are only 3 steps for all the people who are joining us for the very first time. Welcome to Let's Upgrade, and we hope you have a pleasant stay here with us and keep on learning new technologies. So there is basically only 3 steps while you learn with us. If you're choosing any program for that matter, first is to enroll in that particular program. Once you sign up, once you create an account, you'll have n number of programs available which we update every month. So the first step is to go and enroll. Second is to attend the classes. And once the program is over, you get the certificates. Of course, you have to mark the attendance as well. And that is where I'm going to show you how you can do that. So just go into your description of the YouTube video. So you'll have this link, right? Choose the full link in order to, avoid the traffic issues that come on the short link. You can just go on the full link. We have also pasted the full link in the chat for your reference. So so if I just go on the chat link and just open it, it will basically open this link up here. And that is the document that you will have to check, right? For the doc link, and everything is mentioned. Now I'm going to explain you one by one of how things work, right? First of all, it's a 5 days program. So from today to next 5 days, so you can count, and that is going to be a session duration, 1 hour each day, right? So today, tomorrow, day after that, and day after that, we have 5 days, 1 hour of session. If you want to be a part of student ambassador program, so we have recently kicked off the June batch, and we are still taking applications till tomorrow night, right? So if you still want to join the program, the applications are still open, where you get some expert sessions, access to a few community workshops as well, right? So you can join that. And of course, there are benefits like you get swags, you get gift coupons and everything based on your performance, right? So this is the program link. You can go and apply and you will be selected. Again, the document link. So this doc which I'm referring to, again, I have kept the link here, but again, this is a small link, FLT doc, just for you to remember. And again, the enrollment link. So I'll just go to the enrollment link here, and this is where you will land, right? So if you have not already enrolled, it is going to show you this pop-up, which basically says that you have not yet enrolled and would you like to enroll. So of course, we want to proceed with enrollment, and this is done. So you have done, the first step is done. You have just got yourself enrolled into the Flutter program, and of course, you will get a WhatsApp message confirming you, right? In case you do not get it, do not worry. It takes a few minutes to land into your WhatsApp, right? Now let's understand this dashboard for the people who are new, right? So first of all, the name of the program is there. A very important thing of this whole dashboard is the progress bar, right? It is currently at 0, and as soon as you start marking attendance for each of the sessions, it will start increasing. Now, what is the requirement for getting certificates, right? So there are only 2 requirements. If you just click on that question bar, right? So you will see that your progress is based on this particular things, right? Attendance marking and assignment submission. So as for now, we don't have this part here, but it is only purely on attendance marking. And your certificate will be available for download post 8th of June. That is the 5th day after 7:30. So the last class, whenever the last class starts, right? and your 50% attendance is there. So basically, if you have 5 sessions, so you have to attend at least 3 sessions out of that, and that is only when you will be able to download the certificate, right? So you will get an option to mark your attendance like this. So since today's session is already started, so this option is live here. And of course, if you click on this YouTube, it is going to directly take you to the same session that we are doing right now, right? uh, and yep, and now once you go to mark attendance, right, it is going to ask you this rating bar. So from 0 to 10, what rating would you like to give for this session? And one request is, please be purely very honest. Do not give fake feedbacks. If you do not like the session, give us something below 10. If you like it to the code, give us a 10. But one small request, if you are rating anything below 10, right, if you are even giving a 9, please let us know where and why did you cut that one mark for us, right? So we also understand that what is required to improve. So that is one thing. And in my case, it is going to be nothing, of course. And that's it, your attendance is marked, and then you can go and enjoy your session, right? Again, in case you have any queries, you can join our Telegram group. You can also join our WhatsApp community, right? So very soon we're also launching our Discord server, where you can actually have chats, get your resume reviewed, get placement opportunities, hang out with your friends, share memes and everything. So it's just in the making. So will just be a part of any of these one things, either Telegram or WhatsApp. In a few days you will receive an invitation to the Discord in those WhatsApp or Telegram channels as well. And of course, if you want to earn LU coins, again, we are also bringing in LU store, where you can claim swags, coupons, brand coupons, everything, where these coins will be utilized. So if you want to earn that, you can just, this is your referral link. Like in my case, it is Prasad Sawant. It is automatically fetched. So for every sign up and every enrollment, you get coins, and which you can collect. So I currently have somewhere around 1981 coins. I'm not doing that much, but yeah, and that is the whole schedule down below, right? So any questions so far, guys? Any questions so far? One question that I'm seeing is, do we work on any projects or just the learning session? So of course we work on the project. So Flutter or React Native, see, both have their pros and cons. So depending on the uh, complexity of the app that you're choosing or the outcome you can choose. How to sign up? See, if the WhatsApp group is full, just uh, wait. Number verification not working, just try after some time. Okay, Flutter trainer is here finally. So I'll just call him and just in the frame. So while he can set up, right? Oh, yes, if you can be here just for a moment. Yeah, we'll start in 5 minutes or so. Meanwhile, right, I'll have to see in the chat. Can this certificate help in job? Yes, partly. Yes, it is not about just the certificate. Do not worry, the community thing will get sorted. The WhatsApp community is full. Moderators, please go and check that. Right now, don't worry, we will inform when it's done. People who are getting OTP issues, do not try it again and again. We'll try to solve that again. Okay. Once again about the attendance. Okay, see, very important, guys. I'm explaining. Once you land onto this part, right, the first thing that you need to do is understand that the program progress has to be more than 50%, right? And this is the schedule. So every day when you the class starts, right, you will have an option to mark your attendance right here. Okay. So now today's session is starting at 7:30. The attendance was available here, and mark the session. Similarly, tomorrow also the session attendance option would be here at 7:30, right? And in case I have explained it again, so you can of course go back and watch it. The recording would be available, so you're not missing out on anything as such, right? So I'm just going to talk back again. And again, for your easy reference, all the lectures links are also mentioned here. Now this is the notes of what we will cover. Of course, there is going to be projects during the sessions which we will cover, so you won't miss on anything as such. And then we have a step-by-step process to complete. So whatever I just explained right in the last 10 minutes, if you want to basically revise and see a screenshot of how things work, and with proper explanation, everything is mentioned here, right? So do not worry about that as well. So we have documented everything for you. So I hope all the queries. Yes, we will start the class. I'm just waiting for a trainer to come. Is just here. It's just setting up a few things. Where to see the web page, guys? Just check the pinned chat. Yes, yes. If you watch the old videos, right? If in that case, if the attendance option is still open, you can get the certificates. But I believe the session stays live for 6 months or so. Okay, so your trainer is here. I'll just ask the moderators if you can just help the trainer log in the session StreamYard. Anam. The name, Vasigaran, the name that is there on the certificate would be your name that is on the profile. Again, see, a lot of time what happens is, so your trainer is just here, guys. I just setting up the stream for you guys to ensure that everything goes smooth, right? So whatever name is here, right, that will be printed on your certificate. So if you have any special characters, any emoji, there will be blank name or there will be scribbled name. So avoid putting any Instagram usernames, any special characters, emojis in your proper name. Just use proper English name here, and that will be printed on the certificates. Okay. Any other questions? The session will start in next 5 minutes. The session will start with next 5 minutes. Just wait. Just wait for next 5 minutes. So we have time, right? So 6:55 is something we are going to start. Lakwinder, do not spam the chat. Student ambassador program is basically our army of students who help us reach more students. So since we are doing everything for free for you guys, right? We just want to reach more and more students. And the student ambassador program is a batch of students who help us reach more and more students, share with their friends, and for that they basically get gifts, right? So once you join, you'll be understanding. Vignesh, just hold on for a minute. We're just fixing this. So one question is here for you, Yash. What ID will we use? What ID are we going to use? What ID you are basically going to use today? Yes. So yeah, so Yash is going to use Android Studio to teach you guys. So like turn on your fans for your computers. Have some papad or masala papad to roast. Have some omelets to roast if you have Windows machines. Since we are going to use Android Studio, right? So guys, who is facing that OTP issue, please hold on for some time and you can try it later as well after the class ends. So the attend on option is going to stay there. Do not worry about that. Okay, I see any questions, any more OTP issues. As I mentioned, please wait. Aryan will require Android Studio and everything, but today just focus on how things are working, right? And tomorrow in the docs, okay. See, what I can do for you guys is, okay, let's do one thing. Of course, you also need to install Flutter, right? You'll also need to install Flutter, right? So what we'll do is, I'll go to the Notion doc and I'll make a few changes to document. Okay, I'll make a few changes to document where I can actually add all the step-by-step process for you to install Flutter, to install Android Studio for people who are very new to programming, right? So what we are going to do is just finding Flutter Bootcamp and copy link. Let me just, yeah, I'm just putting the link, just a minute. So I'm basically going to put all the resources. I'm going to put all the resources what are required right here below this session, right? So as soon as, so today guys, you have to focus on understanding what Yash is teaching you, right? So I'm putting lecture resources as a tab here, right? So yeah, we'll just need a couple of minutes. Again, I'll just put the headings right now here. Just let me know if you guys just do a refresh on the page. How to install Android Studio and how to install Flutter. Okay, and this is something we are going to put for both Windows and Mac, and this will be updated post today's session by night or something. Meanwhile, again, Yash will explain everything, right? So I'm just calling Yash, so please stay here. You can meanwhile interact while we set up and get him live. So yeah, so that was about it from my time. It's Yash, you can just come this side. We'll help you with the setup. So please welcome Yash. He's your trainer. So if you guys can see, he has a Flutter t-shirt on, right? So over to you, Yash. While we just help. These are the students. I'll just let you know with the chat. This is where you can talk to them.
That's a nice name, Animated Laughs. So thank you, Prasad. Thank you for the introduction and thank you for handling the session while I was not there. So first of all, very sorry guys for being late over here, but due to some personal issues, we couldn't reach at time. So yeah, as I can see, bootcamp certificates are worthy in resume. Definitely, guys, all the certificates that ITM provides, that provides, they are actually worthy. And most of the company, like even my own company, when we hire, we do check if it is ITM certified or not. And if it is, then we definitely give them higher priority rather than other certificates. So let them set it up.
Yeah. So guys, there's going to be a small switch of the cameras. So just hold. I hope now I am joining from another laptop as such. So your trainer is going to be a part of this whole setup now. So just allow this switch to happen. Just a minute. Switch down. Please put this down.
So just a second, guys. They are actually setting it up. So.
Hi guys, I hope. Okay, just let me know if you guys can hear me from this laptop. I'm just giving it over to Yash.
Yeah. So guys, am I audible? Just can thumbs up if you can hear me properly so that I can say I can't able to make attendance. Can't we code Flutter in Google Cloud like Google Collabs? Yeah, I think so. Google Collabs also provide. Don't worry, buddy. The time wasted that will be fix it up because we already have 5 days plus. Today it is most of as to why you should choose Flutter and not other languages. So don't worry. Yeah. Yes, sir. Can we use VS Code instead of Android Studio? Yes, guys. And so again, you can use VS Code instead of Android Studio, and there is no problem at all in using VS Code rather than Android Studio. Can you use the Android Studio better to? You can use VS Code, but if you use Android Studio, it is better to develop applications. Yes, guys. So, guys, I'll say there is no such as preference, as to using Android Studio or VS Code. You can use both, and there is not a problem in that. It's just that it's my own preference that I've used Android Studio on the Mac system. But I have worked on VS Code as well, and it has worked, in a better way, and there wasn't any issue while working in the VS Code. Like when I'm on stack developer, should I jump to Flutter now? Well, buddy, if you want to learn Flutter and if you want to, do cross-platform development, then definitely you should switch to Flutter. So yeah, Google IDX, yes. Hi, hello, Hinchan. Cool then. Yeah, I'll just do the screen share. 1 second, guys. Present slides. So guys, just let me know if you guys can see my screen. Yeah, I think my screen is visible. I'm sure Prasad must have given a very good introduction, but it's just a small introduction that I do. So as for me, like I'm basically a engineering graduate from Mumbai University. I have two startups under me named as Grow and Bay and Flutter Jobs, where we actually develop softwares, applications, websites. For community work, I have run two communities named as Flutter Mumbai and Flutter India. So if anybody says as to why you should go for communities and some other things, then definitely you should join communities, because it helps you a lot. It gets you a lot of connections for whether it be your career development, whether it be learning. You can learn a lot of things. So don't you know, can we code in Flutter in cloud like Google Colab? So I had answered this. Yes, you can code Flutter in Google Colabs. They had allowed you this much things. Please go to the point, sir. Time is used. Cool. So guys, today the first session. So I choose as why you should choose Flutter and not other things. So why is it better to use this? So first is there's a basic definition that you guys get. Flutter is open source code. You guys, what kind of projects are we going to make? So, buddy, we are actually going to make some portfolio applications and other things which will help you out in your career. So don't worry at all. So as for let's start with some basic theoreticals. We can also move. We'll be slowly moving towards the workshops and development as well. So don't worry about that. So first comes is what exactly Flutter is, because rather than just understanding as to how you should Flutter, you should also know as to what exactly Flutter is. So Flutter is basically a open source software. So when we say this is a very huge definition, it allows developers to build natively compiled application, mobile, web, desktop. Flutter uses Dart programming language, provide resets. But what does it mean? First, let's come up with the open source. Now, guys, do we know what exactly open source is and what does it do? Flutterflow is no code for building apps. Yeah. So, guys, first of all, it is open source. As you know, with the open source, it is like you have what exactly is the coding of Flutter, what is the behind coding. You can modify those, you can change the code, you have everything on the version controls. They have everything stored under GitHub. So, you can also contribute over there. I don't know anything about learning. Can I able to learn Flutter? Definitely. This is so I see this session is for freshers, intermediate, and experts. All three of them, because when we'll be going towards ahead, it will go for beginner, then it will go for intermediate, then it will go for expert. So that won't be a problem for you guys. Can you do a collaboration? I'm not receiving OTP to sign up while marking attendance. Don't worry, guys. LetsUpgrade is working on it, so that issue will sort. Which Flutter version will be using for this bootcamp? There is the latest stable version, that is 3.16. So we'll be using those. That won't be a problem. Is there prior coding college required, sir? No, you don't need any prior coding knowledge. That won't be an issue. It is completely. Sorry, yeah. So second is it is made by Google. I'm pretty sure you guys know a lot of Google products. You guys use Google applications and other things. So since it is made by Google, it is more better and in a better versions. Third thing is, when it comes to Flutter, but what are the main four things that you use in first? First, it is ready for mobiles, web, desktop, and fourth is your embedded systems. It has gone to other guys gaming platforms and other places as well, but these are the four main platforms that people generally code, whether it be mobile, web, desktop. Mobile, if you say you have Android, iOS applications, when you go to websites, you have web apps, websites. Desktop, whether it be Windows systems, Windows applications, Mac applications, or any other Mac applications, you can easily code in it, you can easily work in it. So I doubt that in 5 days can we be pro in Flutter. Don't worry, buddy. In 5 days, you can be pro in Flutter. You will be learning everything, whether it be state management and what do you call it, HTTP, internet access, backend connections, everything. So that won't be a problem. Can you provide captions? So yeah, I think so. LetsUpgrade can add it up. They are adding it up. So third is the Dart. Now Flutter is, as you know, actually it is not a programming language. Whenever somebody says programming language, it is not a programming language. It is actually a programming framework. So programming framework is actually made from the what do you call that programming languages. So Dart is the main language that is made by Google, and then they have used Flutter. They have used Dart to make Flutter. So when we say you should use Dart, but why is it that you should use Dart? First of all, Dart is actually optimized for UIs. Second is productive development happens, and third is it is for fast on all the platforms. whichever platform you run, whether it be command lines, backend system, front-end systems, it is easily available, plus it is publicly accessible. Yeah. Now the 4 points that it comes up is the fast. Now Flutter, as you know, it is actually very fast. It is beautiful. First is आप जो भी UI इसमें बनाओगे, whatever UI you create in this, they are actually very good. Because Flutter was actually main purpose that they had built Flutter was to make better UI. Initially, we have made a lot of applications from other systems. They were pretty good. They were running very fast. They were functional. But when it comes to the UI perspective, it had lagged a lot. So the Flutter was made in respect with the designers as to how are we going to connect the designers, how the designing UIs that have been made very nicely with the on the Dribble and other Behance platforms, how can they be used to develop? That was the main purpose for Flutter, and they had made use of this. Second, if I say fast, most of the applications currently you guys must be using, there is the Google Play and other applications, they are actually made using Flutter. And since you guys use the applications, you must be knowing as to how fast it is. And that is the current state. So, and then, so I need to give more examples. But if you say there's this kind of application is 2D animations, and the animations, they also run very quickly and very fastly and very smoothly in Flutter. So when it comes to UI, yes, beautiful design is done, but when we say user experience, that is the UX, where the speed matters a lot. So that's where the Flutter comes up. Third, if we say productive. Now, when we say is it productive for developers? Now, for the initially that we used to make, that is the developers used to code the applications in Java, Kotlin, and other places. What used to happen is you had to restart the applications, you had to rerun the applications to see the changes. But in what you call a Flutter, whatever you make the changes, you can use hot reload, and the changes are easily and quickly reflected on the applications. They don't take any time for put it up or show it up in the applications. That is why it is productive, since you can develop while the application is running itself. So that's where you get the more advantage. Now these are all the UIs that have been made, and within Flutter you can check it out, different UI applications, the speed, the smoothness. So guys, you tell me now, so please mix up Hindi or English. So Flutter is based on which coding language? Sorry, Flutter is based on which coding language, sir? So Flutter is actually based on what do you call that, Dart coding language. And if you have used, as you put it up in the previous slide, if you can see, let me just show you. I hope my screen is properly visible, guys. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. I've used in a previous project, I have faced many issues when I have to follow UI design. So nobody, because Flutter has recently upgraded. If you can see in Google I/O, they had given major usage to Flutter and they have upgraded it. So Flutter actually बहुत ज़्यादा upgrade हो गया है. Flutter is a framework of Dart language. Yes, guys, as I have shown in this, and shown in the previous slide, Flutter is actually the framework of the Dart language. You can see over here, we have mentioned it. Are there enough good jobs in Flutter? Definitely, guys. There is no lack for jobs in Flutter, because I personally have 2 to 3 years of experience in working in Flutter. I'm still working in a business where I have been hiring people for Flutter without any problems. So there is no lack for hiring in Flutter. Should we need any coding language prerequisites? Not at all, guys. You don't need any coding language prerequisites for working with Flutter. What language used in Flutter? Should we need coding language prerequisites? No, guys. As I have mentioned previously as well, you don't need any coding language prerequisites while working with Flutter. Flutter is, when I have initially personally started with Flutter, even I didn't need any of the coding requisites. Okay, sir, I got it, sir. Dart, it's already when it will start. So it has already started, guys. Do we need to learn any other language for app development? When you're working with Flutter, no guys, I don't think so. You need to, learn with any other languages, because this language is more than enough for working with Flutter. Reactive Test. So I belong to Node-Tech. Is it for me or not? It is for you guys. So don't worry about that. So let's start with learning with some of the basics Flutter and maintain. Yeah. Is my new screen visible, guys? The Flutter basics introduction. So guys, let's start with some other Flutter basics introduction. That language is similar to which language? You can say C language. Do we need any other language? No, guys. If we're friendly in Java, can we easily learn in Flutter? Yes. Can you describe what a framework is? So, guys, when we say about the framework, difference between a framework and a language is because language is basically, as you know, it is set of rules that we maintain. For example, you have to maintain indentations, you have to maintain semicolons, to maintain brackets, curly braces. But using the complete language, what you do is that you make a lot of libraries, and these libraries together is known as framework. So when we say Dart is basically when you're writing this kind of widget. This is my center widget, inside which there is a plugin, there is another widget. But when you combine all this, when there are a lot of plugins, there are a lot of sets, there are a lot of packages, and when you combine these packages, this is known as framework. How to download Flutter? You have a Flutter website that you can use for downloading Flutter, and yeah, directly from the website you can use VS Code. And Android Studio and VS Code, the plugins are already introduced, so that's not an issue. Sir, in this, which database will we learn? Is there Hive? So in this sessions that we are going to do that in the boot camp, no, we won't be learning Hive, but yeah, Hive is one of the databases for offline that we can use. Will be provided with the slides. Yes, guys, you will be provided with the slides. I'll be sharing it with the Let's Upgrade, and Let's Upgrade shall be sharing it with you. So that won't be a problem. From Google, you can download. How many tools and softwares will we use in this camp? For tools, as we say, it is just a laptop. There is nothing else. For software, if you say, mostly I'll be working on the Android Studio. So those software you'll be using, and the framework that you'll be using is just what do you call it, Flutter. There is nothing else that you will need to download or anything else. Will be providing whatever projects that will be done here? Yes, guys, the projects that we'll be doing over here, it is provided, and it will be provided via GitHub. So we'll be actually going through the whole project during this during this 5-day boot camp. And in this 5-day boot camp, once the boot camp has been done, all the GitHub links will be shared. And in each branch, whatever there is day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, we'll be doing, it will be provided to you. So please provide step-by-step guide and set up a Flutter environment. So guys, I'll be providing the link for providing you the step-by-step guide as to how to download Flutter. It will be a bit difficult because it is a very lengthy process, and it will take up the most of the next sessions. So we cannot do that. Can you make application for all the platforms with adaptive design with single project? Yes, guys, you can make what do you call that, application for all the platforms with adaptive design single project. आप लोग विदाउट एनी इश्यूज पूरा का पूरा एप्लीकेशन हर एक प्लेटफॉर्म के लिए बना सकते हो. फिग्मा वर्सेस फ्लटर. फिग्मा वर्सेस फ्लटर, गाइस, हम लोग नहीं कर सकते हैं कंपैरिजन. द रीजन बिहाइंड इज फ्लटर इज एक्चुअली मेड फॉर डेवलपमेंट. आप लोग एप्लीकेशन उसमें बनाते हो, जबकि फिग्मा में आप लोग एप्लीकेशन डिजाइन करते हो. सो यू कैन यूज द डिजाइन. आप लोग जो फिग्मा की डिजाइन होती है उसको अब लाइव बनाना है अच्छे से, सो तभी आप फ्लटर यूज करते हो. Which state management will be teach to us? So guys, that is kind of a mystery, I'll say. I won't be sharing it today itself as to आप लोग कौन से state management अभी सीखोगे, because there should be some mystery that should be there. Sir, I have knowledge about C and Python. Will it help? I am a second year CSE student. TZ guitar. So बड़ी C का नॉलेज आपको थोड़ा बहुत काम में आएगा. Python is something you won't be, आपको इतना काम में नहीं आएगा for learning Flutter. So don't worry. How many hour class it is? It is a 1 hour class, guys, for 5 days. Sir, Hindi. Don't worry, buddy. Yeah. Can you सो गाइज मैं थोड़ा सा हिंदी थोड़ा इंग्लिश बात करने का ट्राई करूंगा. जनरली मैं हिंदी पूरा इंग्लिश में बात करते रहता हूँ, बट डोंट वरी, मैं दोनों लैंग्वेज में कंबाइन. सर वी हैव टू लर्न डेटा स्ट्रक्चर ऑल्सो. नो गाइज, डेटा स्ट्रक्चर एक अच्छी चीज़ है सीखने के लिए, बट फॉर लर्निंग फ्लटर एंड दिस बूट कैम्प यू वोंट नीड डेटा स्ट्रक्चर, तो वहाँ पे आपको कुछ भी नहीं है. So please speak in English only. So guys, it will be a bit difficult कि भाई सिर्फ इंग्लिश में बात करना या सिर्फ हिंदी में बात करना, क्योंकि there are some international students यहाँ पे आते हैं लेट्स अपग्रेड में, so who only knows English. और कुछ इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स भी है जिनको सिर्फ हिंदी आता है, तो मुझे दोनों भाषा में बात करना चाहिए बिकॉज इट विल हेल्प बोथ ऑफ यू गाइस. ये दोनों को हेल्प करेगा. Can we get certificate only on basis no assignments? Also, can we mark assignments while watching recording? It's a question for let's upgrade, but I don't think so कि आप लोग अटेंडेंस रिकॉर्डिंग के टाइम पे मार्क कर सकते हो. ड्यूरिंग लाइव आप लोग कर सकते हो. Which database most comfortable with Flutter? So guys, to be honest, it's a debatable question कि कौन सा डेटाबेस सबसे बेस्ट है, सबसे कंफर्टेबल है फ्लटर के साथ, बिकॉज यू कैन ऑल्सो यूज व्हाट डू यू कॉल दैट, फायरबेस, यू कैन ऑल्सो यूज हाइव, यू कैन ऑल्सो यूज सिक्वलाइट. सो आप जो भी डेटाबेस यूज करना चाहोगे वो डेटाबेस आप फ्लटर के साथ यूज कर सकते हो. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ यू आर यूजिंग इट, आप इसको कैसे यूज कर रहे हो. which we have to download desktop or Android Flutter. Okay, I didn't get the question. Are we going to follow any patterns such as block in this? Yes, there will be some pattern that I'll be teaching you, and there will be some tricks that I'll be showing you, जिससे आपको थोड़ा बहुत कोडिंग करने में इजी होगा, थोड़ा स्ट्रक्चरिंग करने में ज़्यादा बेटर होगा. Whatever secrets that I have learned in my whole journey, whatever tips and tricks that I have learned, जितना मैंने सीखा है वो मैं जितना ज़्यादा हो सके पूरा सिखाने का यहाँ पे ट्राई करूँगा at this 5-day boot camp. So that won't be a problem. सर मुझे कोई भी लैंग्वेज, 1 second guys. Guys, I understand कुछ लोगों को ऐसा चाहिए कि सिर्फ इंग्लिश में ही कन्वर्सेशन हो, बट एज आई हैव ऑलरेडी सेड इट इज अ बिट डिफिकल्ट टू जस्ट कन्वर्स इन वन लैंग्वेज, क्योंकि देयर आर मल्टीपल स्टूडेंट्स, सो वी हैव टू कन्वर्स इन बोथ द लैंग्वेजेस. सो फ्लटर एप्लीकेशन बनाने में ही यूज़ होता है या वेबसाइट भी बना सकते हैं? गाइस, जैसे मैंने प्रीवियस स्लाइड में भी दिखाया था, you guys can make whether it be your application or websites or whether it be your softwares or IoTs. आप चारों सिस्टम में फ्लटर बना सकते हो. फ्लटर में ऐसा कोई भी इशू नहीं है कि आप कोई सिस्टम बना सकते हो या नहीं सकते हो. दैट इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. What project are we going to make in Flutter? So guys, over here actually it's kind of a suspense, but yeah, I can say it's kind of a gist or something which will help you in your career and which will show you all your projects and everything. So don't worry. Yeah, I have a doubt that while designing, can we connect your personal post session as doubts related to your own projects of Flutter? Yeah guys, mostly मेरा सजेशन ये है कि आप बूट कैंप में ही डाउट्स पूछ लो जितने भी है, बट अगर ऐसा कुछ है कि which is difficult, yeah, you guys can connect me. Should we download Flutter after the class? Yes, please guys. आज Flutter download करके रखो. In the next YouTube link, mostly we'll be providing you the link for downloading Flutter. Is there any question, guys, or should I continue? So yeah, let's start with some of the Flutter basics introduction. So basically guys, what is a widget? As you know, Flutter में जितना भी चीज़ें होती है वो सारी widgets के basis पे होती है. It is not depending on any other things. So what exactly is widget? When we say, so widget is basically everything. Whatever you see in Flutter, it is a widget. There is nothing as no widget or something in Flutter. Everything that you code, everything that you make is a widget in Flutter. But then what do we exactly know कि भाई widget क्या होता है? So widget is basically a building block. When आप लोग जब एक बिल्डिंग बनाते हो तो it is we say कि भाई बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक है, we have ईट जो बोलते हैं हिंदी में भी कि भाई ईट होता है जिससे पूरा बिल्डिंग बनता है. That is what it is in Flutter. Widgets is a building blocks which will make your whole building, which is make your whole application. Without widget, there is nothing in Flutter. सो व्हेन यू से कि टाइप्स ऑफ विजेट्स क्या होते हैं, विजेट तो पता चला कि भाई इट्स अ बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक, लेकिन विजेट्स में क्या क्या टाइप आते हैं. सो गाइस विजेट में वैसे तो मल्टीपल टाइप्स आते हैं, बट द मेन टू टाइप्स दैट यू गेट इन फ्लटर, इट इज नोन एज स्टेटलेस एंड स्टेटफुल विजेट्स. Now, when do we use stateless and stateful? What it exactly it is? So before doing this, my suggestion will be let's split it, stateless and stateful. Instead, it gets stateful, stateless. The biggest and the common word for stateless and stateful is the state. So before understanding as to what is a stateless and stateful widget, what do they do, what they don't do, main question is state. Now, what is a state? State is basically what is the condition or what is the current situation that you're in currently. For example, if I'll say, what time did I come? So you can say, guys, I come at 7:45, which is the timing for the state. So where exactly is let's upgrade situated? When you get the question, the answer is Khargar. So that is a state in the application. आप लोगों ने जब ये एप्लीकेशन मेरा चेक किया रहेगा तभी इनिशियली इट वाज इंक्रीमेंट. whoever has worked in Flutter, अगर कोई बेसिक भी you have done the particular basic setup, you get an increment application जिसमें numbers change होते रहे 1 2 3 4 5. So what exactly is the state in that is the value of the variable. So that value is known as what do you call that, state. So guys, somebody is asking over here again and again that even if you don't know any language, how can you show? So don't worry, guys. Even if you don't know any language, you can learn Flutter. Flutter is very easy to learn, so don't worry about that. As for for learning and for language conversations, I'll again request you guys, it will be in both the languages. Do we learn API integration in this bootcamp? It's kind of a suspense if you know. So what is the state? I've given information over here. State is kind of an information that can be written synchronously when the widget is built. It might change during the lifetime of the widget. So I'll again take an example of an increment application. Whenever you do use an increment application, you increase its value. That's when the state is changed. This session cover only basics. No, guys, this session does not cover only basics, but we have 5-day boot camp, so we have to go gradually increasing rather than directly going to the expert level. So over here, since I've given the example, that is I'm increasing and I'm decreasing. The main thing changing over here is the value, and that value is actually known as state. Now there are different widgets, and so today it will be mostly a theory lecture, and since the time has also passed, I won't be going towards the workshop today. From tomorrow, you guys can learn each and every workshops. Today I'll just show you some of the widgets that are present and how do they work. So this is over here. There are some of the widgets known as container. There is text. There is buttons. There is rows, column, list view, and different kind of widgets that you guys see. But what do these widgets do? And these are actually one of the main widgets that you have. Please upload tutorial to download Flutter, link for Flutter downloading. So let me just give you a Flutter downloading link so that somebody will be asking continuously. So they will have this and that won't be a problem. So just a second, guys. So this is basically what do you call that? Flutter build Flutter link from where you can download everything. I have also shared you both the links of the basic Flutter website from which you can do and Flutter installation link. So you guys can check out both the links from which you will get to know how to install the Flutter application. So that won't be a problem for you guys. I'm pretty sure I have sorted your issue for the installation of Flutter. So I'm an Android developer. I have 6 months. It's repeating what project will be done in bootcamp. As I have mentioned, guys, the project that will be done in the bootcamp, it will be shown to you. It has been ready, but it will be shown to you tomorrow. It won't be shown to you today itself. So don't worry, guys, about that. I'm an Android developer. I have 6 months of. Can we use Google IDX? Yes, guys. But see, guys, my suggestion will be to use VS Code and Android Studio rather than what do you call it, Google IDX or Google Collapse or any other IDEs, because this tools is something I've worked a lot. I still don't understand the stateless and stateful widget. Don't worry, buddy. I'll be showing you with examples as to how the stateless and stateful widget works. You will be exploring all the widgets. So don't worry, guys, about that. I hope the audio is audible properly. I'm an Android developer. I have 6 months of experience with Android app development. Should I switch to Flutter? My suggestion will be yes. You should switch to Flutter. Flutter is very good while developing the applications. So yes, guys, you should switch to Flutter. Are we gonna do our code in VS Code? Why Flutter over React and Kotlin? So I'll answer both. Are we going to do a code in VS Code? It's up to you guys. You want to do your code in VS Code? I'll be working over the Android Studio and I'll be coding you properly in the Android Studio, because I'll be also connecting my device, and what do you call that? Mirroring the device in Android Studio is much better rather than VS Code. So that is the reason I'll be coding in Android Studio. Why Flutter over React Native or Kotlin? The biggest reason, guys, why Flutter over React Native or Kotlin is because of the UI development. Currently, the market that has been going on, and it will be going on for a few years, is your UI development, as to how good your UI looks. And Flutter is one of the best frameworks that I'll say is something, which will provide you the UI. It will help you to develop that. Plus, second, it is very fast and smooth and productive, as I mentioned in my previous slides and previous sessions. So over there, you can learn a lot. Can you teach to build a login page in Flutter in this bootcamp? I can show you the designs. Yes, I've done Flutter Certificate and got 4 months experience. Thanks for this bootcamp for refreshing concepts. Again in 5-day bootcamp. Welcome, guys. And I did internship in Flutter. What should I do for internship in Flutter? What you should do is, my suggestion will first learn it out as how you will be working, understand this bootcamp, get the certifications, and then apply for internships. And based on certification, I'm pretty sure you'll find a nice internship. Android Studio and VS Code might be having a different UI. It will find difficult. No, guys, there won't be a different UI in this, because mostly VS Code is dark mode. I'll be also using the same, so you will guys be getting the same UI, and that wouldn't be a problem. Android Studio is completely free, guys. There is no paid. Let's Upgrade has been actually trying, to give you all the systems which are free rather than any paid system. So don't worry. Yes, guys, you can connect me anytime, and you can also connect Let's Upgrade for solving the doubts. Yeah. Can we continue the class, because flow बिगड़ जाता है sir, last में questions के answers देते हो सही रहेगा. Yeah. So guys, somebody has asked over here, to be honest, that कि आज के market को देखकर should we continue Flutter? That is, looking at the current market trends, should we even think about going towards Flutter? So guys, yes, you should go with Flutter, because Flutter is something which won't be stopping up. You have a great community of Flutter. You have great, there has been explorations, there has been contribution that's happening. Later, everyday development has been happening in Flutter. So my suggestion will be, don't stop anywhere learning Flutter. Flutter is something that will be going on for next 10 to 15 years without any problem in the market. Yeah, guys, the introduction has been complete. Don't worry. So that is the main reason we have been sorting out the doubts. If you have any queries that is genuine, then you can just can ask, or we can enter today's session. Just a second, guys. Can you add me the screen share? Yeah. So, guys, as we know, we have talked about the state. That is, the state is basically your information. So let's talk about the container, guys. Like, what exactly is a container? What exactly does it do? What does it doesn't do? How can we connect to you? What we'll do in the second session, guys, that is because 3 minutes are left. It's a bit difficult to guys to teach you everything in the very less span time, and it has been already shifted. So for next sessions, and I'll just tell you what we are going to do tomorrow is something we are going to learn about different widgets. We'll be starting the coding in Flutter tomorrow itself, and Android Studio and VS Code. You'll be learning as to how to code properly. The Flutter, please keep your Flutter installation ready. Second thing is that you'll be learning about rows, whether it be columns, containers, different kind of widgets, list views, different kind of UIs that I have already set it up. So you'll be learning those. We have the GitHubs ready. So I'll be also sharing the GitHub link over here, and those links will be completely public. Plus, day after tomorrow, you'll be learning about the state managements, and the 5 period, you will be actually creating one of the project that will help you out in your career development. Yeah. Which type of app should I install in Flutter, Windows, desktop, Android? There is no kind of app that you need to require. Yeah. Cool then, guys. I think so. It was session for this much session today. It's not much to continue today. We'll be continuing this tomorrow, and I can assure you guys I'll be there on time to continue, and it will move on very smoothly. Okay. Cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for today. Yeah.